Speaking of jobs still, the next topic rather, is all about how AI might be interviewing people, humans, for jobs soon. So there was a study conducted recently by Resume Builder, which said that 40% of corporate recruiters will use AI to conduct job interviews by 2024, next year. And 15% of recruiters will rely entirely on artificial intelligence for all hiring decisions from start to finish, from writing the advert to seeing the CVs to making an offer and closing a candidate, I presume by voice AI, having a conversation with like a chatbot or something. So let me say that again. So AI will, this is a prediction by Resume Builder based on a survey they've done with large amounts of data. 40% of corporate recruiters will use AI to conduct job interviews by 2024, and 15% will rely entirely on AI tools from all hiring decisions from start to finish. I mean, I own a recruitment company, so I'm mixed views. I think by next year, I don't know. That seems very, 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 very quick. I'm using AI to help write job adverts, to help candidates craft resumes. Not really doing anything with interviews for AI, but I know that there are tools to, like chatbots, to like initial screenings, like, hey, what's your salary? Hey, what location? You know, simple questions that you could use a chatbot to do. But when it comes to like building relationships, seeing if they're the right culture fit, the right team fit, asking like challenging questions and getting there, I want to be involved in that conversation personally. I don't want to trust AI completely. But who knows? Maybe I'm behind the 8 ball. Maybe I'm wrong on this one. What are your thoughts on, will AI interview you for a job in the future? Graham, what's your take?
Yeah, I think there's definitely a role for AI in the process. Would I go as far as saying it would take over? I can't really see that, certainly not within a year.
Sure.
Perhaps if you think about the wider job market, I think we're probably considering it from a software development technology type recruitment process. Maybe there are roles where AI would do a reasonable job and maybe the hiring decision isn't that important. I think some of the problems we have, we get so many candidates coming in. How do you get through that list effectively? I think AI could help in that. There's a lot of talk around unconscious bias.
Yeah.
Now, there's two sides to that from an AI point of view. What bias is in the AI? We don't know what decisions and how it's making the decisions. So is that actually going to make the problem worse, or is it a way of helping us?
Yeah, maybe you're right in terms of like, I'm not singling out any particular job here, but if it was like, I don't know, like an admin type role,
Mm-hmm.
if you have 100 applications, AI could then do the chatbot to speak to them. Yep. If you had like a voice version of that, so it sounds like you're speaking to a human, but you're just having a conversation with somebody, and it's measuring the accuracy of their communication, and then it gets all the key data, and then it gives them like a little test to do, like sorting out emails and typing, seeing what they're how fast they can type, if there's any mistakes. And then it would, maybe the human would get involved for the final stage, just sanity check the machine. But maybe after you've sanity checked it 10 times and it's been right every single time, maybe it just works and they get hired, right? Which is a little bit scary for me. Not gonna lie. Yeah, maybe, but I'm still a bit skeptical. What's your take, Nick, on the story?
Well, the first thing, and this is a humorous part, was I wonder whether they'd phone me back.
Well, a recruiter won't.
Yeah. Or no, so if it's learning, then it will know not to phone me back after I've applied. I'm jesting. I like when I'm building a team, I like to look for the right culture. So I'm not after the top technical people. Because very often the top technical people won't fit into the team. I'm actually after the right people. I like to meet people and ask them questions and understand where they're coming from and whether they're going to fit and that they're a good fit with everybody else within the team. That's what works for me, and I'm sure eventually AI will overcome that issue, but I can't see it in the near future. And I think that's the important part for me. And I think that, even for something as an admin assistant, you still want to make sure you don't want someone that's going to be difficult and awkward. You want someone that's going to work in your team and be a really good fit, or someone that's keen to learn, or someone. There's different things that you look for different roles, and I think that's the thing that I struggle with as to how it would do it, or how I would gauge just from AI doing all this. Maybe first part screening, as you said. Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah, I think it will replace large parts of the recruitment cycle. But the one thing that I think it will struggle to replace is the ability to sell an opportunity to somebody that's maybe not looking for a role. Because when we hire software developers for companies, like 90% of the time, they are not on the market, but they are in the market. You know, they're not actively looking for a job. They may, you know, if we're working with, Monzo, and you know we know what they're looking for, we would go to Starling and go, hey, you know, and try and persuade people to come over because it's their competition, and talk about the benefits, talk about why it's a great place to work, you know, et cetera, et cetera. AI, I think, would struggle to, you know, call people to convince them, because if you knew you were talking to a chatbot, I think most humans would just put the phone down. They're like, I don't want to speak to some robot. Like, what is this? You know, I think most people would just like to speak to people, but I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this. Only time can tell.
I think you're spot on. I think I think there's a human element to selling that job. I know that when I've done it in the past, when I've recruited in the past, and the recruiter's got it so far, and it needs me to get it over the line.
Yeah.
And you know, and you say, well, let's go for dinner. Let's go, and you know, and especially in the market that we had over the last 2 years, where people were getting multiple offers.
Yeah.
It's important to build that relationship with them, take them to dinner, get them talking to them, show them that you care and that you're interested.
Yeah.
And I think that's what will get you. That's what will be the differentiator.
Yeah, I don't want to go to dinner with ChatGPT. Like, you want to do it with a human, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and sometimes it's opening up more of your business as well. So it's not just the recruiter or the manager. Like, come and meet the rest of the team.
Absolutely,
and, like,
yeah.
You know, feel part of it.
Yeah,
Graham, this is my point about culture.
Yeah.
This is the whole point. You know, I absolutely agree with you that it's about making sure that you get a good cultural fit within that individual.